If you want to know how to reevaluate the relationships in your life, the friendships in your life, and to see if these friendships are friendships that are worth having, watch this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, I am so happy to have you here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications because we do amazing things on this channel. And if this is your not first time, if you're coming back, I'm thrilled to have you. It's always fun having you here, and I hope you enjoy this one as well. Today we're going to be talking about things that you can look out for in your relationships to see if you need to re-evaluate them. So basically, friendship red flags. So friendships are such a make or break part of our lives. You know, even as children and especially as adults, I think friendships are so important. And because of how important friendships are, it is important as well to make sure that you have the right sort of relationships in your corner and you're surrounded by the right sort of people. So today we're going to be talking about a couple of red flags to look out for to know if you need to reevaluate the relationships in your life. And the very first red flag that I am going to be talking about today in friendships is a lack of reciprocity. You know that one friend that does absolutely nothing for you? You do everything, you go all the time, you make all the plans, you continue to give yourself and give yourself and give yourself and give yourself, but you're getting zilch in return, literally nada. You're getting nothing back in return. That is a huge friendship red flag. Okay, friendships, as all relationships, should be give and take. You're giving as much as you're receiving, and that is not to say that at every point in time during the relationship or friendship it's going to be 100 because obviously we're all going through different things, and sometimes, you know, you'll be giving an 80 and getting back a 40, but you need to know that on the times when the only thing you have to give is 40, you're able to get 80 in return, or, you know, just as good as they can give, as opposed to constantly feeling in the relationship that you are constantly giving and getting nothing back in return. This is a lesson I learned from my mom when I was so much younger. I remember our house used to be kind of far away from town, like on the outskirts, and I was always the one going to visit all of my friends, and my excuse would be, oh, it's because my house is far, like my house is far. And I just felt like, oh, if my house is far, then I shouldn't make people do the distance to come and see me. But then my mom asked me one day, and she was like, the distance between your house to their house is the exact same distance between their house to your house. So how come it's only far when they're coming to see you and it's never far when you are going to see them? And I remember even as a child, like thinking, I never thought of that in that way. And of course, at the time, I was being a teenager and feeling like my mom just didn't want me to hang out with my friends. But that is something that she said to me several years ago that has never quite left me. If I can do the distance, then so can you, or so should you. So yes, that's something to look out for in your relationships. If you're constantly going the distance, going the extra mile, doing all the work, putting in all the effort and getting nothing back in return, it's a red flag. Okay, that is a red flag. Another red flag to look out for is isolation. It's not cute when your friend only wants you to be friends with them. They don't want you to talk to other people. They don't want you to relate with other people. They don't want you to be friends with other people. They get upset, they get jealous, they're trying to corner you and keep you to themselves. That is such a huge red flag. Not just in friendships, but even relationships as well. Like if you have a partner that doesn't want you having friends, keeps you away from your family, and all of those things, red flag, red flag, red flag. Because manipulation, abuse, and just bad things thrive in isolation. Healthy friendships allow you to explore yourself with other people and in other spaces and communities, because I also feel like there's so much of you that you will not be able to show in relationship with just one, you know, sort of group of friends. You know how your different group of friends bring out different sides of you and aspects of you, and also allow you to grow. Like if you're staying in just one place, it becomes an echo chamber very quickly. You're not hearing other perspectives, you're not seeing things from other people's point of view. And yeah, so it's very good to have other people and to have multiple friends at the same time. So if you have a friend that is constantly trying to keep you to themselves, red flag. Red flag. And building on from that point, the next one is manipulation. If you have a friend that is manipulative and is constantly trying to change narratives, or get you to do things that benefit them in a way that is not ethical, like putting you down, guilt tripping you, making you feel bad about yourself, just manipulative behavior. It shows up in so many different ways, but if you notice that this person is a bit of a manipulator, you need to run away. Okay, that is a huge red flag, and you don't want to have people like that around you. So yes. Another one is lack of trust or breaking your trust. You know that one friend that is constantly breaking your trust, saying the things that you've told them in confidence to other people, just putting you down. I don't know what trust looks like for you and within the context of that friendship or that relationship. But if you have a friend that is consistently breaking your trust or has shown you a track record that they're not trustworthy, then that's a huge red flag, and you should avoid that person at all costs. Reevaluate the relationship and see if it needs to go from friendship to acquaintance, or what sort of things am I happy to tell this person, what sort of things am I not happy to tell this person. And in doing that work, you might actually realize that there's really no point being friends with this person anymore. So yes, that is something to look out for when you're trying to re-evaluate the relationships that you have and the friendships that you have. Another one is constantly unreliable. If your friend is always unavailable, constantly unreliable, you make plans with this person, at the very last minute they're canceling, you need them to come through for you in a certain way, they've already agreed, last minute they can't do it anymore, or you can bet everything that they will say no whenever you need them, or whenever you want them to help you with something or show up for you in some way, then that is not a good friend, and that's a red flag. You should be careful with that person. Another one is this person cannot support you when you're going through a difficult time. And it might not be necessarily that you need them to do something for you, or they can't solve your problem, but they're unable to hold space for you at the very least. They can't show you support. You're going through a hard time, you've done a hard thing, you're experiencing something difficult, and they cannot hold space for you or be there for you in the way that you need them to be there for you. That's a red flag that you should look out for, especially if it has become a pattern and it's repetitive. There are a lot of people that are incapable of stepping outside of themselves to, step into the shoes of other people, or just see outside of their own whatever it is that is going on with them. And consistently they've shown you that you can't really trust them to be there for you in that way. That is something that you should, be careful of and look out for. Another one is an inability to apologize. That one friend that can never say I'm sorry, no matter what they've done. It's always explanations and excuses, and even when they do apologize, it's I'm sorry you feel that way. Zero accountability. They're never taking accountability for their action. They can never see how they've contributed to a problem, or they've led you to feel a certain type of way, which in turn means that they're constantly putting you down, making you feel bad, because they're not even doing the work to see where they're going wrong and see the things that they do that you don't necessarily like. Yeah, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. You want to reevaluate that relationship. This other one is huge. Jealousy. Oh my god. If you have a friend that is jealous of you, run. You're not safe. You are not safe. I don't know how else to say this to you. You are not safe if the people that are around you are jealous of you. Run. Okay, only bad things can be bred in such a space. If you notice the slightest hints of jealousy, envy, resentment, run. There's not much to say here. There's not much good that can come from this, because you think that you're safe here, but you're not. You're not safe. If your friends are jealous of you, run away. Okay? Run. Just run. The last two are very similar. The first one is a friend that is constantly negative. They only bring bad vibes. like regardless of what the situation is, their outlook is always negative. They always have something negative to say about the situation. The just bad vibes. Literally, they're so pessimistic. Nothing good can come out of their mouth. Nothing good can come out of any situation as far as they're concerned. And they're just putting in bad energy into your space. You don't want that. You want people that have good vibes and are positive and speak positivity over you and over your life and are happy to see you grow and don't expect every single thing to crash and burn. Another one is friends that are consistently criticizing. You can never do anything right in their eyes. Not your makeup, not your fashion choices, not the person that you like, not your job, not your family, nothing. Every single thing that you do is something that should be criticized. Yeah, that's bad vibes. And it's very similar to the negativity as well. But if you have someone that cannot, compliment you, say nice things to you, say that you've done well when you've done well, and are only happy to give you negative, feedback and criticism, that is a red flag that you should look out for. And I think this is the end of this video. I don't know if I've left out any red flags. If there are any red flags that I've left out, please don't forget to add them in the comment section. But this is something that I think we should all be doing constantly as well, reevaluating our relationships. And this is not to say, oh, cut everybody off, but sometimes you need to cut people off, and that's okay. And even if you're not cutting them off altogether, if you're just, again, reevaluating the relationship and putting people where they should be in your life, this is a good way to know what are the red flags. How is my life getting better by having this person in it? And while you're using this to see the red flags in your friends, I hope that you're also using it to counter, reflect on your own behavior, to see where you are being a negative influence in someone else's life. And I hope you take the feedback and decide to be better. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and yeah, see you on the next one. Bye.